actually. Saturday. Yeah, we're moving on to the next day.
So busy.
A few reasons really. Well, we're on pins there, and even though there's a whole line of moored boats, they still don't slow down. I'm even told one black bridge is bombing it.
Yeah, shut up.
You know, he's going to go take over.
I put my head on the...
I am taking over, as he puts his hand going to take over once it's
You know
parked.
you've got to be on tick over on all those. Oh, I am on tick over.
Yeah, so we decided just to move on, get on the quieter Ashby for the weekend, because when we moored up, we must have had about 25 boats.
Yeah, we did. I think it was so hot yesterday, people didn't cruise much. They wait till like the
It was
afternoon.
quite quiet when we were cruising, and then it was just wow. But yeah, we decided to just go to the Ashby today, go to Hawkesbury Junction, 8 miles, 1 stop block.
Yeah, we thought it was a 17-mile cruise today,
Yeah,
but
I messed up because we did that cruise to North Junction on the same day we did the other cruise, which we were supposed to do Monday, but we did it Friday instead. So I got a bit ahead of myself. But yeah, it doesn't matter because we're only 8 miles now. We want to get water at Anstey. If we can't get water at Anstey, we'll just go to Hawkesbury. I know it's pretty busy at Hawkesbury Junction, but just wait for the water. It's a lot quieter. I mean, colder today. Very much colder.
that's 10 degrees difference, isn't it?
Yeah. Which is nice to be honest, because yesterday it was too hot really. It was the hottest day of the year. 31 degrees in London.
Oh, yesterday, I rang Grandad. Can't do anything. No, he said it's so hot. He said, I did manage to take the rubbish to the dump, he said, the garden rubbish, he said, but that was about it. So, it's cooler today, Dad, for you.
Right, so this is the map of the UK canal network. Everything in red is what we've cruised before. And we're here down on the Northern Oxford Canal at Colhurst Farm, just before the M6. We'll first make our way through the little village of Anstey, and then onwards to Hawkesbury Junction, where we will join the Coventry Canal, and then go up that for a short bit before we get to Marston Junction, where we join the Ashby and more up at Bridge 3. So 3 canals today, a total of 9 miles and only 1 lock. This is Nettle Hill Bridge, built in around the 1820s when the canal was rerouted through Nettle Hill as a result of the shortenings. And this is probably the most expensive accommodation bridge I've ever seen, as of course when a canal company wanted to go through someone's land, they needed to put a bridge in for them to cross over. This was called accommodation bridge, but this one looks more like a viaduct or a bloody aqueduct, and all it carries is a minor, very minor, little farm track to a farm. That is it. Funny because the canal goes right through the middle of a golf course here, and this bridge here is used for them to cross from one side to the other, so do watch out for flying golf balls when you come through. This is the site of Bridge 15, and it was very recently removed in 2011, I think probably because it developed a massive crack in it, but it was a proper old humpback bridge, you know. I thought it'd be grade 2 listed or something and had to be rebuilt, but clearly not. The pub was actually responsible for maintaining this bridge, and when they refused, it had to be demolished. But this was one of the main routes over the canal to the village, and a much more quicker route to the pub. which they sort of shot themselves in a foot there. So this is Anstey, a very small village, and there's not much here, but there is a nice pub and plenty of good moorings and a water point. And that's the canal side garden to it there. It's called the Rose and Castle. The water point here at Anstey is just next to the private moorings here. There's only one water point and there isn't any other facilities, it's just water here. The Wikipedia page for Anstey literally says that it is the most boater hostile village on the canal because of the huge no mooring signs. From what I could find online, these signs were apparently put up because a lady living in one of the houses opposite was actually in the local council and was a mouthy piece of work who demanded that the BW at the time to put signs up to stop boats mooring in front of her house. If they didn't, then she would be opposing them. This is a lovely place to moor, just past Anstey. Nice bit of Armco here, but it can get quite busy as you can see. There's a lovely old car graveyard here at Bridge 4 on the North Oxford Canal. There's some really quite rare cars in here and it makes you wonder why they're all here. So this is of course Hawkesbury Junction, where the North Oxford Canal joins the Coventry Canal. A very weird junction, and I'll tell you why. So the first 10 miles of the Coventry Canal were built in 1769 to join Coventry to the coalfields at Bedford. But this is also where the Oxford Canal started its life in around about the same time. But the junction between the canals was of much controversy. The Oxford Canal's Act of Parliament contained clauses stipulated that both had the right to the tolls on the other canals for certain traffic which passed between them. Thus, the tolls for the coal traffic on the first 2 miles of the Oxford Canal would go to the Coventry, and the tolls on the Coventry Canal collected for the first 3.5 miles would all go to the Oxford. The original junction was supposed to be at Bedworth. This would have deprived the Coventry Canal of tolls, and so a compromise was made. So both canals had to run alongside each other for quite a while, as you can see on this satellite imagery. The green one of course being the North Oxford. But they were not joined by a junction, instead things had to be transshipped. So the Oxford Canal thought of another plan to go straight to Birmingham on their own canal and avoid joining the Coventry at all, but this was opposed. And nothing happened then for 2 years, and by then it was 1776. And to cut a long story short, finally the Coventry Canal took legal action against the Oxford Canal. They obtained a mandamus writ from the Court of the King's Bench, which complied the Oxford Canal Company to open the junction. And it was finally opened on the 15th of April 1777. But there was an error made in the level of the canals, and the Oxford Canal was actually 7 inches higher, so there had to be a stop lock in place. But this, of course, would cost the Oxford Canal money, as they're losing water into the Coventry Canal. And finally in 1803 the junction was moved to where it is now. I assume this is to cut off that extra bit that they run parallel, because there was no longer the need for that. The Alsan and the Rubbish Point are actually down towards Coventry, just past the junction, so if you want to go on those you have to reverse. But there is actually 2 more water points just down here, which we're going to go on now. This is an old pump house built in 1821. It originally housed a Newcomen steam engine, which was bought from the Griff Collieries, which was nearby, which it had already been worked for 100 years. It was used to pump the water out from the mines in the local area and to supply the canal with extra water.
I very nearly had my Devon flag stolen then, guys. Weird situation that was.
Oh, it was just a load of kids to the mum and dad, and he asked Josh for the Devon flag.
He came up to me, ahoy! And I was like, oh, you're right. He said, where are you from? It's my anxiety. I said, why? Which is not the right thing to say. And he was like, yeah, because I could tell you're not from around here. And I said, yeah, I'm from Devon. He said, oh, I love Devon. Here's my little Devon flag. It's a bit different in the corner trunk because it's green. He was like, can I have it? I was like, well, no, this is my Devon flag. It's my only one left. Well, I've got another one. But, yeah. So he kept asking. I was like, no. And the daughter was like, come on, Dad, come on. So yeah, I couldn't get my Devon flag.
He gave me a high five though.
We had to jump out the boat because the boat came blowing past. We just had it on the centre line.
Yeah, but it was pulled off because this boat was going so fast, and yeah, you know me, a little swear.
Too sensitive.
The thing is, it wasn't just us. There was another person on the other water point. They're holding their boat in as well. It took 2 of them to hold their boat in.
These people don't care what you say to them.
No, just don't. I might as well have not said anything, but you're better off not to say anything really, because he just totally blanked me anyway. So.
You do get some nasty people on the canals, you know?
Yeah, it's like that guy
So
said you got to.
say?
That guy I was speaking to there on the other waterways, you got to watch it really, so he might come back and throw you in the canal.
Oh, look at this boat. This one has been extended. You can see it was a traditional boat, and it's been extended.
Oh yes, the extra bit on there, look.
Anyway, to the Ashby Canal now. to Marston Junction. Feeling we'd meet a boat on a bend.
Down there is the remains of the Griff Arm, which went to the Griff Colliery, opened in 1786. The last recorded use was in 1961, but the canal remained in water until 1979. And now we're at Marston Junction, where we turn right onto the Ashby Canal course, but it is an extremely hard junction to do, especially from this way. It's quite easy coming southbound actually towards Coventry, but going away, not so much. As you can see, that 57 foot coming southbound with Belfasters did it with ease. first proper Armco moorings on the Ashby Canal here at Bridge 3. It's quite a stretch of Armco here. You can get about 4 or 5 boats on. But also just before Bridge 4 there's a little bit of Armco here where we're going to moor because we're all on our own.
Oh my god.
We're on the Ashby!
Yay!
I love the Ashby.
Number 3 or number 4 favourite canal?
Oh, I love the Ashby. This is where I first practiced doing olive as well.
Yeah.
All those years ago.
Yeah.
Which is not a very good one to because it's shallow and there's quite a few bends and things. But
it's our third time on the Ashby Canal, but the second time was we shouldn't have even done it really. It was awful. It was in pissing down rain. We wanted to do the whole canal in 4 days.
Oh yeah.
I regret doing it. You know? Because I feel like,
we're here for 6 weeks, guys.
Yes, because I feel like. Yeah, actually it's one extreme to the other, isn't it?
Yeah.
4 days versus 6 weeks now.
Yeah, we're going to have 6 weeks, so we're going to have a bit of slowing down, cruising, a bit of a break.
God, how many locks? My hands are so sore.
Yeah, we've done a long way.
Look at the skin flaking off my...
Brentford.
No, not just that.
Not just that, Thames.
I mean, we had a big break with all the flooding on the 7th, and then after that it was non-stop.
Yeah, non-stop cruising.
Yeah.
Nice for you guys to watch.
My hard drives are completely full.
Yeah, Josh has got to clear a few of them.
barely keep up.
He's got to clear a few of them.
So
but
yeah,
we're
it's
going
going to be a lot of editing.
Yeah, we're going to stick to just 2 a week though because it will catch up if we're on here and not doing many cruises.
Yeah, we will.
So
yeah, we're going to enjoy our summer holidays on the Ashby Canal.
Yeah. The only downfall is if we have hot weather, I can't swim. So I do like being on rivers.
Yeah, so last time in November 2022, we rushed it in pissing down rain. It was horrible, and which is annoying because after that we had 2 weeks of
lovely weather,
freezing cold weather.
Oh,
on
freezing
the BTN.
cold, but
We got frozen in on the BTN. I'd rather be frozen in on this canal.
No.
And then the car got stolen, didn't it?
Yeah. So maybe we should have stayed on the Ashby a bit longer.
Yeah. But yeah, we're going to enjoy it this time. And bit of a tricky junction that one is.
Yeah.
And it's much easier coming the other way, but a 70-foot boat with no bow thrusters.
And then
you just see how easy it is when the 57 comes along.
Yeah, he comes along with his bow thrusters, just goes in. Lovely couple, we just said hello to him.
It's so easy.
But it's a bit hard for us.
I'm partly deaf in this here now because someone blasted the horn even though I was at the front.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Thanks for
We're
watching,
gonna,
guys.
Spend Sunday here, but we can't moor here for longer because there is no parking nearby. Unfortunately, the nearest parking is probably about a mile.
Oh, we had something to mention. Hawkesbury. Oh, there was a boat. We meant to mention it.
No, I'm voicing over that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, don't worry about
He's
that.
voicing over that.
He's voicing over that. He's voicing over that.
Filthy thumbs up, Will.
Yeah, we're gonna cruise to Burton Hastings, only about 3 miles next time.
Whoa.
Woo!
That was fast.
Cats are loving this spot.
Oh, they love it here.
So quiet on the towpath on the Ashby.
Yeah, really
Apart from when you go through Sutton Wharf. Anyway, like, subscribe. See you.
See you later.
Bye.